and I'll say for sure this and that, and then I'll bounce it back and be like, who's Rollins has a bunch of talent.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ward Arena inside Yoka Sports Center for today's Sunshine State Conference Women's Basketball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we meet today's starters, we would like to take a moment to honor the outstanding seniors competing in tonight's contest. First, for the visiting Tampa Spartans, LaShayla Wright-Ponder, Aaliyah Abney, Terry Battle, Kayla Bonilla, Sylvia Ferros, and Dory Nagy. Congratulations to all of your accomplishments as student athletes in the Sunshine State Conference. Now, let's meet your seniors for your Rollins College Tars. First up, Rollins student assistant Samaya Butler. Samaya has been an inaugural part of the Rollins women's basketball team for the last 3 years. Not only does Samaya serve as our student manager, she also is the secretary of the Black Student Union and works 2 jobs while also juggling school. Samaya is the ultimate multitasker. She is the coaching staff right-hand woman and also does an excessive game day work, helping the athletic communications office from the scores table. Coach Wilkins and Coach Barry appreciate Samaya for making their lives so much easier. Her go-greeter attitude is admirable and an inspiration to our student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, Samaya Butler. Next up, a guard from Kissimmee, Florida, number 5, Asia Newsom. Asia has been seeing the court 71 games in the blue and gold, seeing 851 minutes. She has tailed 273 points for the Tars, grabbing 167 rebounds and tailing 54 assists, all while leading the Tars on the defensive end of the court. Asia registered her career high with 16 points in the Tars' victory over St. Leo last time out. Newsom is a consistent presence on both the Rollins Athletic Director and Sunshine State Conference Commissioner's honor rolls. She will be graduating with her degree in anthropology. Ladies and gentlemen, Asia Newsom. Our next senior, a forward from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 13, Nia Plevosi. Nia has seen action in 59 games for the Tars, playing a total of 864 minutes in the blue and gold. She has totaled 210 points, captured 134 rebounds, and dished out 21 assists. Nia dropped a career-high 20 points against Eckerd earlier this year. Overall, during the 2021 and 2022 campaign, she sits second on the team with 7.2 points per game and leads Rollins with 15 blocks. Nia has earned Athletic Directors and Sunshine State Conference Commissioner's Honor Roll recognition while earning her degree in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Nia Plevosi. Our final senior, a guard from Ormond Beach, Florida, number 24, Yoka Tosant. Yoka has played 50 games, totaling 724 minutes of action for the blue and gold. Over her 4-year career, she has poured 193 points, grabbed 137 rebounds, and registered 19 steals and 46 assists. Yoka has saved her best for last as she scored a career-high 17 at Florida Southern this year, while she ranks first on the team in minutes played and in rebounds, and second in total points and assists. Yoka's impact extends into the Rollins community, where she has been named the Rollins Student Leader of the Year in her classroom and off, where she become a consistent Rollins Athletic Director and SCC's Commissioner's Honor Roll, all while earning a degree in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Yoka Tosant. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time on the Rollins court at Warden Arena inside of Alphonse Font Center, your Rollins women's basketball graduating class of 2022.
Anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. As reported for the domestic, University of Tampa Spartans and Rollins College, thank you for your service.
Our Warden Arena located on Rollins College. My name is Spencer Collins, joined today by my partner in crime, Quinn Schur. In this bout, we will see a 6-11 Rollins Tars going up against a dangerous opponent in the Tampa Spartans, who currently sit at 22-5. Quinn, with Rollins set as the underdogs going into this game, what's the main thing they need to focus on if they want to prove those numbers and those doubters wrong?
Well, Spencer, Rollins has consistently started off games this season slow. What they need to do coming into this game, they need to start off fast. You can't start slow against a team like Tampa, who, as you mentioned, is 22-5 and actually leads the Sunshine State Conference at this point in time. You can't start off slow. You got to get off to a fast start if you're Rollins. So, yeah.
And with a bunch of talented women on their roster, all who run fast, all who play hard, but who's the main X-Factor player that you can point out for Rollins that's going to lead them to a victory?
Man, it has to be Lucy Lean. She will certainly be the X-Factor within this game. She's coming off of a career-high 24-point performance against St. Leo. You're going to look for Coach Wilkes to try and put her into a position to score early on in this game.
And 100%. Lucy Lean, in the multiple games that I have called, has always been that player that I can look to and be, she's the best player on the court in her mind. She's the best player on the court in real life. And it'll be a great one to see how she comes out.
And now, here are the starters for your Rollins Tosant. A 6-foot forward from the Tristan freshman, number 35, Nia Plevosi.
With Rollins coming off a 70-57 win against St. Leo, they had lost previously 5 before that. And then between that, there was a win against Palm Atlantic, where then they lost 7 straight. So, in the last 20 or so games, they have 2 wins and a bunch of losses. What is the mentality? You've only got 3 games left in this series. If you're Rollins, what is your mentality going into this game? Do you just want to beat the 22-5 team, prove that your record is not what it proves? Or are you just going to try and have fun on senior night?
Man, you're going into this game swinging if you're Rollins. I feel like this is the perfect challenge for them to prove that their record doesn't match up with who they are as a team. Beating 22-5 Tampa Bay, that would be a fantastic way to capitalize in their final game at home this season.
Absolutely. And Rollins currently right now averaging about 53 points per game to Tampa's 67. So already going into this game, the stats don't favor them. But if I'm Rollins, they've got a great coaching staff. That's the thing that Rollins prides itself on, is their phenomenal coaching, long-tenured coaching. That doesn't matter. Those are just numbers at the end of the day to Rollins. It's going to be a really hard-fought game with a ton of emotion due to senior night. We've got a crowd here in beautiful Warden Arena. Can't wait.
Absolutely.
And the starters for Tampa will be Kayla Bonilla, Aaliyah Abney, Malaya Sullivan, Dory Nagy, LaShayla Wright-Ponner. And for Rollins, Kamora Westerfield, Yoka Tosant, Lucy Lean, Nia Plevosi, and Maria Antonisov Tomas. Tampa will win the tip. A lot of motioning, dribbling at the top. Give it back to the wing. Back up to the top. Into the post. Pump fake goes up with the right, and it is good. Beautiful finish at the rim right there by Abney right there on Tampa. Because right now Rollins Lucy Lean, a lot of cutting, holding it at the top. Back over to the wing. Back to the top. A lot of screening away so far right now for Rollins. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Screen set. Pump faking. Back out to the wing. Hard drive. Just off the glass. Rebound Tampa. Now in motion. As Tampa running a very similar set. A hard screen right there by Sullivan. Pump faking and just pass just over the head, but it will be recovered by Bonilla. They'll reset the offense with 10 seconds on the shot clock. A drive, pump fake, back out to the top. Pump faking. A deep three by Bonilla, and it's good. Nothing but net.
Man, you're seeing a lot of very tough defense coming out here from Tampa as Rollins with the ball.
Lucy Lean at the top. Dangerous three-point shooter as always. Gets it into the paint for Tomas. Deep three right there. Just off the front iron from Plevosi. Rebound Tampa. As Bonilla has seemed to be the X-Factor playmaker so far, as the ball has seemed to be in her hands most of this game. Sullivan, a one-legged mid-range no good. And they're going to call an over-the-back foul, it seems, on right Ponder. It will remain... it will be an over-the-back foul on Tosant, as it will stay Tampa ball. Deep three right there. Nothing but net once again. Abney, it's good.
Man, Tampa's getting off to a very, very strong start here. Back-to-back threes. Rollins, you got to stop it here.
They're going to have to start closing out a little bit more. They're not respecting the three-pointers. They're focusing on interior defending. Out to Lucy Lean, pump fake. Tosant will move. A little up and under fake Kareem Abdul-Jabbar almost, and it's good. Rollins gets on the board. Tampa will dribble at the top, give it over to the wing. A lot of motioning as number 24 Sullivan, another one-legged fader, no good, just misses off the right iron there. Tomas in transition, has the ball at the top, gives it over to Tosant. Over to Westerfield. Westerfield prides herself on her scrappy defense and scrapple playmaking skills. Deep three right there from Tosant. Rebound Lean, hard foul. That will be an over-the-back foul by Abney in Tampa.
Once again, we're seeing Tampa come out here, and they're really playing defense on the threes. They don't want them hitting those threes. They want to meet them in the paint. Rollins, first points on the board. They engaged in the paint.
And the one thing that you can notice is whenever Lucy Lean seems to get the ball in their hands, she thinks she has a shot, but Tampa does a great job in closing out and just not allowing that shot. Westerfield, screened by Tomas. Over to Plevosi. Screened by Plevosi. Deep three again by Tosant. No good, misses everything off the left. It will be Tampa ball. They will have the center, Nagy, almost taking the ball up, but it will be back to Bonilla. Like I stated, she has had the ball in her hands most of this, and she's done a great job so far in initiating the offense they want to run. Westerfield matching up to a much bigger Sullivan as she switches on. They are sitting into a 2-3 zone right now. Another screen. Bonilla out to Nagy. Nagy will try a three. Just missing off the front iron. Rebound Lean. Running in transition, Rollins. Beautiful pass into Tomas. Turnaround, left hook. And just misses. Almost a George Gervin finger roll right there. Tampa with the ball at the top. A lot of screening away seems as they want to seal inside. Ramsey with the ball for the first time. Back to Manila. Into the paint for Nagy. And they're going to call it travel as the bucket will not count. It will be Rollins balls. Substitution. Two new will check in for Rollins. As will be Alfieri and Newsome will check in. Rollins, really good ball movement. Tomas was thinking of a three. Over to Westerfield. Pump faking. Newsome, first time with the ball in her hands, mid-range. Just misses the rim off the front. Air ball Rollins. It will be, they're going to say it's tipped, and it will remain Rollins' ball at the baseline.
Early on here, there's been a lot of opportunities for Rollins to score. They're not able to capitalize, though, on a lot of these opportunities. You got to start hitting these shots if you're Rollins.
One thing they're doing a really good job is Westerfield drives in, just misses a little too low on the rebound by Alfieri, though. Beautiful offensive rebound, and she will take a three and just misses off the left again. That seems to be a trend we're seeing with Rollins so far, is off to the left. Bonilla will start at the top of the key. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Sullivan. Out to Ramsey. We have see her take a shot yet. Bonilla, great job in creating separation. Right Pawner, her mid-range no good. She is 0 for 3 today on her mid-ranges. She seems to be a dangerous shooter. I don't know how much more she's going to miss there. Plevosi with the ball over to Tomas at the top. Alfieri back over to Westerfield as they've got 14 seconds on the shot clock. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the first quarter. Tomas will try a three. It's good. Nothing but net. Rollins scores their first three-point attempt or three-point bucket in 4 attempts. 8-5 with 4 minutes and 30 remaining. They're going to call that one a 2, actually, on Tomas. Seemed to be a foot on the line. As gets it to Nagy, pump faking a 3. Again, they're going to call They're going to call a 3 seconds in the key offense, and that will be back-to-back for Wright Pawner. Wright Pawner both times has had her defender sealed, but has gotten offensive 3 seconds.
Man, Tampa's really having a lot of opportunities with Rollins here. They're not able to capitalize on a lot of them either. Early on, it feels like both teams are having a lot of openings on offense, but just not able to capitalize on those openings.
That's true.
There's only a 4-point deficit here.
And the difference right now is the 3-point field goals. As Rollins has taken 4, hasn't made one yet, and Tampa is 2 for 2. But where Tampa is falling in is the turnovers. They already have 2 turnovers. They're already throwing up possessions, allowing this game to not already, get the snowball rolling.
Mm-hmm. Very much.
Bonilla has done a phenomenal job so far as she has notched 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist with a perfect field goal percentage.
It feels like Tampa really wants Rollins to have to succeed in the paint here. They don't want them to hit any three-pointers, and Rollins is starting to kind of catch on to that, and we're starting to see them kind of rotate around and, push it more towards the paint.
One thing that Tampa has done a really great job on is the screen and aways. What has been happening is they're getting these switches from Rollins, allowing smaller defenders to get on their bigs, such as Sullivan, Wright Pawner. Wright Pawner seems that she excels in the paint. And they've been 2 opportunities, luckily been called offensive 3 seconds. We don't know how much Wright Pawner is going to get those, and she might have her way with the smaller defenders. As Rollins will have the ball to start out. Ball in Alfieri's hands, pump faking. Almost a steal right there by Bonilla. Plevosi asked to Alfieri. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Alfieri drives, left-handed layup. Just a little too much power. Rebound Tampa. Bonilla seems that she is calling for a screen right here. They want the right person there. Great separation. The drive and shot by Nagy. It's good. Tough finish. Almost an and one. The ref held his whistle back. Rollins right now. Very similar offense we're seeing every single time. These pass screen and aways. They're not really creating separation in the paint as the paint is wide open. We have 5 Rollins defenders on the perimeter right now. Plevosi will have to force a layup. Offensive rebound right there by Newsom and just misses.
It feels like whenever Rollins gets into the paint, they can't get it in. They've had multiple shots in the paint where they just haven't hit it.
And it seems as they're struggling to even get in the paint right now. As a 3 right there by Nagy. They're going to have to start putting a hand up as she's feeling confident. That is a 3 for her. She's up to 5 points.
And this is where things start to get scary with Tampa. It's a 12-4 game right now. Early on, Rollins struggling to try and get some points on the board. Tampa's on a roll.
As a drive right there by Swartz. Using her size, she's got another offensive rebound and a foul called on Bonilla. That'll be 2 at the line for Newsom. Great job, for Swartz. Great job by Swartz right there to follow your shot. Oftentimes people are shooting. They let the rebound go, trust their big men. Great job right there to follow through and get to the line. As Rollins right now will be shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throws for anyone in the game. No good. Rollins can't seem to buy a bucket right now as they are 2 for 14 from the field right now. And now 0 of 1 from free throw. That one falls right there. A 12-5 game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first. As Tampa passing it up to number 13, Nagy. Over to the wing, dangerous pass back to Nagy. There she is. Bright Ponder had another steal, no good. Rebound Tars, they're out on the break. As Rollins will get the ball over to the wing. Alfieri's been looking for that three all day, can't seem to find it. Swartz will facilitate. Screen by Fambro. Back over to Alfieri. Going to be a tip pass, but they're going to say that there was a shoving on Sullivan on the entry pass.
Looking back on... Oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
My apologies. Looking back on the defense, though, Rollins is starting to play some press defense up in here, not letting Tampa, bully them around.
And the main thing with that press is what they're trying to do is establish the pace. Tampa's early and on has set the pace. It's going to be a slower pace, and what you do with the trap is you speed up that pace. Rollins, knowing they're going to need as many possessions as possible, they're going to force Tampa to get into that front court. And if they don't, it's going to be a costly turnover. And they're going to start with Swartz at a screen by Tomas. 3 from Swartz, and it just rims back in.
That is huge for Rollins. They've been trying to establish the threes all game, so much so that it's almost as if they're not pushing into the paint. But you got to love when you hit that three there.
And hopefully that's a confidence booster as they're now 1 of 5. 5th time's a charm, I guess. Jump shot blocked. Rebound Rollins. It's a 2-on-2. They're going to stop the fast break with a good poke right there by number 2, Abney. As Asia Newsome will over to Alfieri, excuse me. She takes her own drive, pump fakes, and they're going to call it travel. Beautiful defense right there by Abney, not letting her defender bully her around.
Absolutely. It feels like Tampa's both guarding inside the paint and outside of the paint, and the threes.
One thing you can automatically see when you just visually look at the players is Tampa as a much bigger, not in height-wise, but in body-wise. They have a lot of beefier players, and that really prevents post defense. It's a really great accessory to have. Beautiful pump fake right there. Over to the corner. 3 by Abney. Just overshoots it. Rebound Rollins. As Asia Newsome will be playing point guard right now. There's plenty of space between Asia and her defender right now from 3. Asia Newsome takes a hard drive, 2 steps, goes up with the right. Just a little too much power. They're going to call an over-the-back foul on Tomas, as it seems as there was a little too much contact on that rebound. Tomas will be checking out, matter of fact. Pluvios will check in for Tomas at center. Beautiful pump fake and an absolute beautiful take right there by Abney. Go ahead.
Couldn't have executed that better.
A beautiful pump fake jab step. Asia Newsome, beautiful take with the last seconds as the clock ends at the first quarter. Asia Newsome with a beautiful take off the glass, and it secures a 10-14 lead for Tampa at the end of the first. And Quinn, your biggest takeaway so far when you're watching these teams, it's only a 4-point game. If you were watching this game with the amount of shots that Rollins has taken, the amount of misses they had, what do you think the score should have been, or what do you think that Tampa should do better to make this not a 4-point game, further advance their lead?
It almost feels like Rollins is managing to hold on here a little bit. Again, you mentioned it, 14-10. Tampa's really struggling to capitalize on the openings that Rollins is giving them, because it's not like the Rollins defense is, playing picture-perfect defense. Tampa's had these openings. They haven't been able to capitalize, but on the other side of the coin, same thing with Rollins. There's been a lot of different openings. It feels like Rollins is almost too much zeroed in to trying to hit threes that only up until recently they've not really been testing the inside.
Absolutely, and what they're doing is they're sticking with this offense of the screening away. You're not going to generate stuff like that. What I want to see a little bit more, and what the coaching staff, I 100% think that they're going to be doing, is trying to seal. What Tampa is doing a phenomenal job, specifically their big men, is sealing away on these fading aways. And what that's allowing is opportunities. They've now blown 4 opportunities as a post shot for Tampa, 2 in turnovers, 2 in offensive 3 seconds. So though they're 6 for 13, 46% from the field right now for Tampa, go look at Rollins, 4 for 17, 23% from the field. Rollins is getting the shots up and missing. Tampa is not getting the shots up. That's how they're missing. So right now, Rollins is going to have to hope that they can just continue this dominant defense and allowing these turnovers. Because right now, speaking of turnover, as there's a turnover right there from Rollins, it'll be Tampa ball, and that's what Rollins needs to avoid. Limit the turnovers, start making your shots. Pass out to Abney. Beautiful ball movement right now. It's number 13, Nagy, will have a size differentiate on Westerfield. As Wright Ponder will take her 4th shot inside of the paint, and it will be no good, just overshot on the post hook. This passing will continue. Lucy Lean back on the court. The star player gets into the post, back out. She does her own screen. Beautiful screen and seal. I really like that play right there. It's a screen as Lucy Lean and Plevosi will have some words for each other, but it seems as if what they tried right there was a screen and seal. It's going to screen and seal for the person in 3. It's going to seal the person and allow Lucy Lean an open 3-pointer, which will be her first of the game, as Tampa's done a great job in not allowing that.
We mentioned at the top, Lucy Lean coming off of a 24-point performance. Is Tampa going to be able to get some points up on the board there? But Lucy Lean coming off of a 24-point performance, she's really trying to get off to a fast start here. And those threes are best way to go about doing that.
Prada on the court for Rollins right now, same Fambro. As Lucy Lean being really, as there is a 3 right there, a deep 3 from Plevosi, and it will not go. Rebound Tampa, out in transition, Wright Ponder. It seems as they're going to call the foul on the shot, but the shot will not count. The foul came before she had the ability of the shooting motion. It will be Tampa's Wright Ponder at the line. As no one on the court right now currently for Rollins has yet to make a basket, as they stay 4-18 right now. Rollins really needs to get their head in this game. They're going to have to start knocking down the shots. You're not winning a game shooting 22% from the field. It's just not going to happen, especially 16% from 3. As the difference, Tampa's 46% from the field right now and 75 from 3. Right now, Rollins, and it's unfortunate, but they're kind of just getting lucky as this game is only a 17-point game.
It almost feels as if Tampa's also making a lot of different mistakes throughout. Earlier on, they were getting fouled, back-to-back fouls.
No,
that's
absolutely.
what's keeping Rollins in the mix.
Westerfield with the ball. Out to Lucy Lean. And number 2 right now, Abney is doing a phenomenal job as there is an up and under right there by Fambro. Beautiful finish. Rollins gets on the board, which seems like in forever. The press will continue for Rollins.
What we just saw there, that's how Rollins is going to stay in this game, is pushing in, using their size against Tampa, sizing themselves up and going.
Staying in that 2-3 zone. Beautiful up and under from Tampa, just missing. Lucy Lean rebound, fights for that one. Ambry will get her on the break. Lucy Lean will take it herself. Pass out to Westerfield. Seems they're going to call a traveling violation on Westerfield. It will be Tampa ball at their own baseline. Rollins staying in this press, doing a really good job right now and making Tampa uncomfortable. It seems as is a 1-2-1-1 kind of press right now, which makes it so you have to pass to the outside to get down the court, or just use your speed at your guard. They leave an open 3 right there as it hits off the side of the backboard from Ramsey. Lucy Lean, ball in her hand. She's been quiet tonight, looking to change that, but right now, Abney is doing a great, phenomenal job in guarding her. Speaking of Lucy Lean, her first 3, just missing off the right. Rebound, Prada. Back to Westerfield. Drives, left-handed layup, just misses, just a little too much power on that, as Westerfield is very upset that she missed that one.
Multiple opportunities there for Rollins, unable to capitalize on any of them. It's got to be rough.
5 for 20 now for Rollins. Here's the passing into the post. As you can see, there's two primary big men staying inside of the paint, as that's going to be a travel on Tampa. It will be Rollins' ball. And again, there's their two main centers, Sullivan and Nagy, have just been staying. Sullivan primarily inside on that block, Nagy primarily on that elbow, and they're just passing it in. It opens up the perimeter for Tampa. Rollins really needs to keep someone like Tomas currently on that block. But again, they're going to bring her out. Ball to Lucy Lean. Screen on the inside. I really like the attempt on the pass in. Hard-fought ball by Abney. Lucy Lean in three. It's good. Nothing but net. Lucy Lean gets her first open three-pointer, and she makes them pay.
That was really just avoiding disaster there. A really rough pass followed up by an incredible three-pointer from Lucy Lean. That's what you get when you have the X-Factor like Lucy Lean on your court, on your team, and she's able to capitalize on that big mistake.
Using the size, just simply shooting right over them, as Nagy will make the mid-range shot. And right there with Lucy Lean, did you see how hard she had to fight to get that open shot? I mean, she was fighting for her life. Something had to go her way, as there's a three right there from Swartz. No good.
Tampa's really doing a good job at not letting them have any openings whatsoever on those threes.
They really are. There's a pass cross court from Tampa. Pump faking. Ooh, beautiful ball movement right there results in an open shot from Nagy. The beautiful perimeter passing, and it's a defensive breakdown for Rollins that leads a wide open layup.
Man, it was very difficult to track that ball there, especially for Rollins on the field. Tampa's just able to effortlessly pass it around.
As right now, Prada will take a really nice layup right over the taller defender in Marcin Witzke. And Tampa will be running almost a three-man weave to get down the court against this press. Ball back up to Sullivan, to the corner. Marcin will take her first shot, no good. Ball to Lean, into Tomas. Fouled on the layup, and it will be 2 at the line for Tomas. It'll be a timeout. Rollins.
Defensively, it feels like we're starting to see a big difference in just that size that you mentioned earlier between, and again, it's not just height, it's size. We're starting to see that difference play out as Tampa just effortlessly able to pass the ball around to each other. Rollins is struggling to keep up in some respects.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Rollins right there, that shot right there by Tomas was the first time in about, 7 or 8 possessions we've actually Tomas will be taking the first free throw. No good. Rollins struggling from everywhere, it seems, as they're 2 of 9 from 3, 7 of 14 from the field, and now 1 of 3 from the line. Rollins just really hasn't brought it today with the efficiency. Second free throw is good. Tomas will be up to 5 points on the day. Bonilla back in for Tampa, the primary facilitator. As screen and aways. Bonilla out to Marcin Winsky. Bonilla back at the top, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the ball out to Marwinski, inside to Nagy. Nagy up and under, goes up and finishes at the rim. Nagy up to 10 points on the day, a phenomenal start for her.
Felt like Rollins there was trying to figure out where each of them were defensively, and they were all over the place defensively there.
There's been many defensive breakdowns so far for Tampa this game, as Tomas will give it back out to Shorts, out to Plevosi. Now Fury will take a pump fake, couple moves. Prada with the ball, gets it into Tomas. And they're going to get a travel. That's the first time this entire game Tomas has had an opportunity at an actual post back down, and it ends in a travel. Rollins really undisciplined so far in this game.
There's been multiple instances of Rollins getting travels in this game. It's just, again, you said it best, undisciplined starting it off.
As Tampa has yet to really capitalize, as it's only a 6-point game, but if you watch both teams, the difference between Tampa's offense and Rollins' offense has been mild difference. As Abney pass in to Wright Ponder, there she finally gets on to the board as she missed her previous 4 shots. 3 points for her on 1 of 5.
It was really well done establishing your dominance as, again, the bigger team here by Tampa to get some points up on the board.
Schwartz another time. Tampa doing a great job. Another post opportunity. Back out to Schwartz. Schwartz, a random pass, and it will be a rebound stolen by Abney. They're going to slow the pace down on this fast break.
Bonilla has really been a big X factor for this Tampa squad on defense. She's been all over the place, it feels. And right there, you saw it yourself.
Hard foul right there by Plevosi. That will send Nagy to the line. Nagy, 5 for 7 so far with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. She's really been everywhere today. She's been their best offensive weapon and has been exceptional on the defensive end.
Certainly.
This will be Tampa's 3rd and 4th attempts at free throws so far today.
Right now, Tampa is actually 50, 50, and 50 from the free throw, field goal, and three-point line.
Make that 50-50 and 66.7 as they knock down their 3rd free throw. Number 4 right here. It's good. Make him 75, actually. Rollins, Quinn, they just miss. And it's just, they're not particularly playing bad basketball. They're getting the open shots. It just comes down to making them.
I feel like that's been a consistent thing throughout the season for Rollins. This is a really good team if they're able to capitalize on these opportunities that other teams allow for them to have. And that's going to be a good 3 right there coming in from Tomas.
Tomas, she may be tall, she may have the size, but she's not afraid to let it rip, as she has been one of Rollins' best three-point shooters so far this season.
She leads Rollins currently 3 of 5 shooting. Rollins currently 30%.
Out to Abney. Back into Wright Ponder, as she is now her 6th shot in the paint so far. She has done a phenomenal job in stealing and getting opportunities in the post, something Rollins has failed to do this entire game. Newsom with the ball. Out to Tomas at the top of the key. A lot of movement right now out to the corner. Newsom. That shot's going nowhere as both hands will reject it. They're going to call it jump ball, and it will be Tampa ball.
That's once again just an instance of that size differential. I mean, she couldn't even get it over her head. That was rough.
Excuse me, that is going to be a foul on Tomas, as it'll be a loose ball foul, taking her out of the game right now.
That's an absolutely incredibly awful loss for them, as Tomas has really been anchoring this team throughout the duration so far.
As Bonilla will take the ball up. So far, she's played almost 13 minutes so far, and every minute she's been on this court, she's been a facilitator and a scorer for them. Ball movement right now for Tampa. A beautiful inside pass, and almost an and one for Abney. A fake pass to the left leads to a beautiful inside pass, and it will go to the line for Tampa.
It feels like when Tampa has had the ball, it feels like Nagy has really been the one anchoring this team down. She's really been the one setting up great assists, passes, just getting the ball moving.
Absolutely. Almost it seems like like a younger Giannis almost, and I don't want to compare as like their skill set to their jumping and their dunking ability, but rather the 3, the 4 that's able to do everything, that can facilitate, that is able to shoot if they need, if it's able to finish at the rim, that's able to pass. They share very similarities, and it's a key that's killing Rollins right now.
Definitely.
Second free throw is good. With 1:30 remaining in the second quarter, Tampa leads 32-21. Westerfield yet to get on the board, 0 for 2 so far. Tosant as well, 0 for 2. Over to Newsome, back over to Tosant. Finally, an entry pass for Plevosi, and it is no good. 0 for 4 on the day for her senior night. That's not the way that she wanted to go, but that can change in the second half.
Tampa did a really good job there, keeping them out on the perimeter, not letting them get into the paint, which is ideally where you would want to fight this. And they're just using that size.
3 from Bonilla. Just rims out. Rebound Rollins. Westerfield using that speed and that scrappiness to get down the court faster than anyone. Westerfield gets the pass in. Pass back out. Asia Newsome, hard drive. Thinks she got a foul right there as she waves her hands to the refs. No good. Rebound Tampa. Bonilla will, with 20 seconds on the shot clock and 19 left on the play clock, they will hold this one to the final seconds until they get an open shot. Beautiful defensive play right there by Lucy Lean, as it will result in Rollins' ball. Rollins right here, hoping to get a score right here, keep it within single digits heading into half.
Man, Lucy Lean can play offense, but she can also play defense, as she showed there, right there. It feels like, again, this game is in reach for Rollins. Tampa's making a lot of different mistakes throughout this. Even though it might be an 11-point game, Rollins is still very much in this.
The last second shot, no good by Asia Newsome, as Tampa will just hold it on the rebound. And at the end of the first half, Tampa 32, Rollins 21. Don't go anywhere. From Warden Arena, we'll see you back for the second half. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Warden Arena in beautiful Winter Park, Florida. My name is Spencer Collins, joined, of course, by Quinn Schur. Getting back into the second half, it is 32-21. Tampa is winning this game as they are starting off immediately. The same offensive scheme. Beautiful up and under right there by Sullivan, as that is good.
Right off to a quick start. They ended the game coming out really swinging. Tampa getting points on the board immediately.
And when you look at the points so far, Rollins only has 21, but Tampa now with 34. What does that mark as they're projected to go for about 68? What does that points mean for Tampa specifically?
Well, it means that we're going to have a tight, low-score game, it looks like. And that's right in Tampa's domain. I mean, Tampa's well-versed in these low-scoring games. They're 9-2 in games where they've scored that within that 60-point margin that they're set to score within, which they're on pace to do today. They're coming out with Rollins. In Rollins' case, I mean, they're on pace to put up their second lowest amount of points.
As there's a beautiful crossover, but just missed right there. Rebound Rollins, Westfield. Yet to put on a point today as she scored 10 previously in the St. Leo win. And speaking of that St. Leo win, Rollins had 70 points. Rollins today has only scored 21. They're on pace for only about 40. What's the difference here?
Man, the Tars feel like a completely different team right now. It's just, again, it's making those mistakes on offense, not capitalizing on those opportunities that Tampa very much so is giving them.
As there is a pass right over there to Tosant. Lucy Lean pump faked. There's a deep three from Tosant. It's good. Nothing but net.
That is how you want to start things off for Rollins.
As that sparked everyone in the crowd, as we have an even more stacked crowd so far here in preparation of the game that comes up next. Abby will try a three of her own. No good, just off the back iron. Rebound Westerfield. Westerfield pushes down. Lucy Lean, a deep three of hers. That one will not be tipped, as it will be Tampa ball.
We discussed at the top of the game, Lucy Lean coming into this is definitely the X factor, but she's 2 for 4, now 2 for 5 scoring on the night. Really, in the opportunities that she's been given, she hasn't been able to capitalize, and it's very unlike her.
The difference so far this game has been the field goal percentage, as Rollins has just completely been off their mark today. Hopefully in this second, even though we just saw a miss right there, they get their business starting to go. As there's a beautiful post up and under right there by Right Ponder. Rebound Rollins. Rollins pushed the pace. Tomas blocked right there from Sullivan.
Tomas is currently their leading scorer with 8 points. Rollins is really trying to look to, give her the ball, get her into the paint, and have her dominate where she belongs in that paint.
Bonilla with the ball over to Abney. Over to Sullivan, back to Bonilla, as the ball has been in her hands forever. Nagy has that mid-range shot as she will take to use it, just missing off the right. Rebound as they will be pushing it into the post. We haven't seen this a lot from Rollins. Here we go. Pump faking. Looking for the post hook. Plevosi will get the ball up to Westerfield. There's 12 seconds on the shot clock into Tomas. Uses the right-hand hook, and it's good.
Again, Tomas, that X factor. Now 9 scores on the game. Yeah, or 9 points, 10, It's a single digit deficit right here for Rollins.
And Rollins now making 2 of the 4 shots they've taken so far. Much better than, as there's a block right there. And there is a block that nobody in the crowd wanted to hear right there, as Plevosi believed that she got all ball, but it will result in 2 free throws for Tampa.
That's just not what you want to do, shooting yourself in the foot there. As Tampa set to take the free throw here.
They'll miss the first one, and ball will not lie. Still only an 8-point game. About 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Second one's good. Every single time that Tampa has been at the line, all 4 times, they've usually missed the first one and made the second.
Currently 6 for 8 for that.
Currently. Yeah. And right there, Tomas, another post seal, no good. The very different offensive scheme so far for Rollins, as they are now working in the post much more than they are just shooting perimeter shots, as that was their main focus in the first half. Screen right there from Bonilla to Nagy. Beautiful pass. Jump ball forced by Tosant on Right Ponder. Right Ponder living in the post all game finally gets reprehended for it as it will be Rollins' ball on the jump. Westerfield yet to get on the mark, but does have 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Played some really great defense so far on Vanilla. Lucy Lean with the ball. Out to Tomas. Plevosi. Over to Tosant. Beautiful in-lane steal by Abney. One-on-one. Abney does a little moves, a post spin, up and under, no good. As Lucy Lean, doing somewhat of a Jordan shrug, wonders where the foul was called. As she will be going to the line for 2.
Feels like just Rollins shooting themselves in the foot once again. Lucy Lean had some great defense there, but once again.
And again, the trend continues of missing the first one for Tampa. Abney so far 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 for 3. 2 free throws as she'll be taking her 4th one right here. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. As misses both of them, ball does not lie apparently, and it even means more than that. Out to Westerfield. Still only a 9-point game so far. Tomas with the ball on the perimeter. Lucy Lean cutting back in. Tomas will take it herself. Back out to Plevosi. Out to Lucy Lean. Lucy Lean, hard dribble, up with the right. No good.
Rollins is trying to play inside against Tampa because they recognize the fact that they're not going to be able to get much done outside.
Beautiful post spin and fadeaway right there from from Sullivan.
Just imposing her will.
Exactly, using that size disadvantage right there in the fast break. They're really trying to get Lucy Lean open with these off-ball screens, and it's not working. Tosant. Out to Plevosi with the ball. They want to get Tomas the ball on the seal. They have her sealed. Now go to work, Tomas. Beautiful. Left, right, back out. 3 from Tosant. It's going to be called off as an offensive 3 will be in the key. Tampa will take over up 11.
Again, coming off of that 24-point game against St. Leo, it feels like Tampa came into this game and their number 1 goal was to stop Lucy Lean, and so far so good. I mean, Lucy Lean 1 for 4 from the field goal and then 1 from 3 points. It's not stats that you would expect from her.
Absolutely. This seems to be an outlier game for her as Tampa will call timeout. We'll beat you back just in a second. And we join you back with 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Tampa up 37-26. As Rollins will shift into more of a 3-2 zone. This keeping, it looks like a 2-2 zone as this leads the 3 wide open as Bonilla will hold it as her wrist is broken. She'll have to fix it right back into place. Up 14 now for Tampa as Rollins will take over on the offensive side.
Bonilla has been everywhere today, Spencer. Just constantly all over the place, especially defensively, it feels.
Oh, absolutely. She has been a menace on both ends of the court as they get into Plevosi. As she will take a mid-range jump shot. Beautiful job right there in faking the pass with her eyes, but then going up with a beautiful mid-range, nothing but net.
Absolutely. Putting her first points up on the board on the night. That's going to go down as a field goal for her, 2 points.
Bonilla, a wide open three again, just missing off the front iron. Rebound, right ponder. Back out to Bonilla. As you thought that she was going to take another one, a quick trigger three. But they will reset the offense with 15 seconds left. Rebound, again, right ponder. They're going to call a jump ball, and it will remain Tampa ball. Right ponder, 2 offensive rebounds in the same possession. 3 shots up for Tampa. You're not going to win. Rollins needs to work on boxing out and getting those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a mosh pit going on there towards the end.
Tampa gets it into Ramsey. Their best three-point shooter statistically so far. Has been quiet tonight, but looking to change that. Gets the ball into right ponder, up and under. Right ponder so far, that is now her 7th field goal. Missed 5 of them. Just missing her post shots, as all 7 of her shots have come from inside the post.
A lot of missed opportunities early on here for Tampa, keeping up with something that we saw early on in the first.
As there's a 3 right there from Plevosi, as she will knock it down. 3 for Rollins. Cuts it to a single-digit game, 40-31, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
Plevosi is starting to get a little bit on a roll there, starting off the early half. No points in the first half. Coming out here, that's three scores on the board just in the second.
As they are leaving wide open three-point attempts for Bonilla, Rollins needs to get a hand out there. I understand the zone they're sitting in, but Bonilla is going to punish you for doing something like that.
Oh, absolutely. Bonilla is going to capitalize on that any day of the week, 365 days a year.
Beautiful post spin right there. Amazing finish at the rim for Alfieri. Amazing finish.
In a game that started off really slow scoring, we're seeing a back-to-back, both teams laying punches into the other team.
As the entire Worden Arena has been filled in this second half, you can see the players, the momentum completely shifting. As there will be an illegal screen on the play. It will be Rollins' ball. Substitution will come in, and it will be for right ponder. She's been a monster today on the offensive rebounding. So you're definitely going to miss that as she comes out of the game.
In terms of offensive rebounds, though, you have Nagy, who has 8 rebounds on the day so far. Those are defensive rebounds, excuse me, but still, got some really good rebounders on Tampa.
They've done a great job in getting their defensive rebounds, not allowing too many offensive rebounds, except for the guards. Lean, Alfieri, and Swartz, who are known as guards on Rollins, all have offensive rebounds, but yet the big woman as Thomas does not have any. Speaking of Alfieri, will get the ball at the top of the key. Lean no longer on the court right now. Ball into Tomas. Pass out to the corner. Swartz will take it. Back out to Plevosi. Her shot again. Just missing. It was a heat check. Rebound Tomas. Back out to Alfieri. Her three-pointer. No good. Missed opportunities seem to be the constant factor for Rollins today, as they just had 3 shots in one possession, couldn't answer on all of them. And again, Bonilla left wide open for 3. She makes them pay, as there are some chest bumps on the court. Tampa off to a phenomenal 9-0 run. Timeout Rollins.
Yeah, you just cannot do that if you are Rollins. That's where the defensive timeout's going to have to come into play here.
Go ahead, finish.
It's just, it feels like Bonilla's just constantly open on the offensive side of the ball, and she's capitalizing it almost every single time they leave her open like that.
In 6 Tampa possessions, that will be her 3rd three-point make, as Bonilla now up to 14 points on the day. The entire Tampa bench got up to do chest bumps, fist bumps with Bonilla. She's on fire.
Bonilla, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, and also she's putting up some work in the paint as well. 5 of 7 from the field goal line.
I want to remind everyone the field goal so far, Rollins shooting 32%, 13 for 41, as Tampa 17 for 36, 47%, a 15% difference in the field goal percentage. One other important thing that sometimes people often forget, the turnovers. Tampa has turned the ball over less times than Rollins, but has 7 more points off turnovers, which means the number one factor we've stated this game is capitalization. Capitalizing on missed opportunities is something Rollins has just not done. Rollins only 3 points off turnovers, even though you forced 6 of them. That is inexcusable.
Definitely feels like it's going both ways in that regard, though. I mean, Tampa has had a bunch of mistakes go their way, and they haven't been able to put up points in a result. It feels like, though, that they are kind of closing in on, you know, when Rollins does make a mistake, it feels like Tampa is starting to kind of catch on to that and put up points on the board.
Nagy for Tampa playing now her 30th minute. She has been in this game basically all but 6. As Rollins will take over, hoping to stop this 9-0 run drought. They've got 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ball in Newsom's hands. Over to Swartz. Out to Tomas. 5 seconds remain. Shot by Plevosi. It will be short. Had to force something up before the shot clock. Abney forcing it down the field. As she will lose the ball. Dives for it. Sullivan will force the reach-in foul, as there will be a timeout called. Not a reach-in foul. Great job by Tampa head coach to get that timeout in there and not lose their possession.
You know, Nagy did a really, really good job defensively there, just keeping Rollins away from that net. You know, you can't shoot threes on her. You can't push into her because she's not going to let you impose your will on her. She is a very big force on this defense all over the place today.
And this timeout timeout Tampa is much needed, as they seemed a little discombobulated on that last possession. Usually they're used to the Bonilla open threes for the last couple possessions. They're going to have to switch it up. Rollins going into more man-set defense. They're going to have to see a lot more motion, a lot more screens. Hopefully no more wide-open threes for Bonilla if I'm Rollins.
You got to close in on that. That's the easiest thing so far that you need to just close the hatch on. Put someone on Bonilla.
Tampa will inbound the ball. It is now a 1-2-2 zone for Rollins, as they will get a score, as there was a mix-up between Sullivan and Alfieri on the top of the court. Left someone in the paint absolutely wide open, as a beautiful up and under right there from Asia Newsom. She is now 2 of 8 from the field with her 4th point on her senior day.
Putting Swartz on Bonilla now.
Absolutely. Swartz has that little bit higher of an advantage, but Sullivan, speaking of size, using her size to get to the line right there.
Saw a little mix-up there with Sullivan and Alfieri a little bit earlier. Both of them falling to the ground.
Seemed just one tripped over the other, and Sullivan wasn't happy about it, taking her out of the play. But it did result in 2 for Tampa. There's only 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Currently, Tampa leads 48, Rollins 35. So far, and their last shot attempts that did not end in a foul, Tampa is 3 for 3 of their last. As
that free throw, always missing on the first one.
It's a constant trend. Maybe they made a deal with the devil. They're going to make their baskets, but they're always going to miss their first free throw. And misses their second right there. That's their 4th straight free throw missed. As it seemed as Asia Newsom was not aware of the shot clock, of the game clock, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Spencer Collins joined here by Quinn Scher. We'll see you back for the 4th quarter in just a moment. Welcome back to Warden Arena on beautiful Rollins College campus. Tampa currently leads the Rollins Tars 48-35 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Rollins will inbound the ball, as Swartz will take over at point guard. A new look as Rollins is now primarily playing in the paint with these screens. They're going to be called a personal foul on Tampa as Rollins will keep the ball. Fury will take it out. Rollins on the inbound, back up to Schwartz at the top. Back to Alfieri. Thought about the three-pointer, gets it into the post. Fambro, we have not seen her all day. Pump fake, drives. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Alfieri, the three. She's about 4 feet behind the three, but thought about it. Alfieri will take the drive up and under, just missing.
Felt like the shot clock kind of creeped up on them a little bit there.
A pull-up jump shot right there for Abney, no good. Hasn't been super efficient today, but when it's counted, she's been there for them.
Tampa just trying to make something happen there a little bit too quickly, didn't let the play out.
Schwartz with kind of a circus shot right there, no good. As now Tampa will slow the ball up. They're going to call a defensive foul on number 20. That will be Fambro. They got locked up with Nagy on that play.
Rollins committing twice as many fouls so far on this game, 5 to 10 compared to Tampa.
And it goes back to the thing we talked about earlier in the second quarter is the undiscipline of Rollins. Lucy Lean and Westerfield will check in as they will now take the head of the 1-2 guard set. It is a 2-3 zone right now for Rollins as they leave, and the entry pass was a beautiful idea by Sullivan, just not executed. It'll be a turnover for Tampa. Rollins will take over down 13.
Looks like her and Nagy just were not on the same page there with that one.
Westerfield takes it up, back over to Fambro. Screen by Lean. Lean constantly waiting to get open as she does her three-pointer, just missing.
Again, it's just constantly, it feels like we're not seeing Lucy Lean be Lucy Lean.
As a beautiful outlet pass into Nagy, that will notch her 14th point on the day. 6 of 10 from the field. Lucy Lean pass over to Tomas, the center. Over to Asia Newsome, back over to Tomas. A lot of motion so far. Into the post, Fambro. Right back over to Westerfield, who has yet to make a shot all game. Thought about that one. Lucy Lean, 5 seconds on the shot clock. The little floater, no good. Rebound Tampa, pushes the pace.
Once again, that shot clock kind of creeped up on them there. So it looks like we might see another travel called.
Well, we saw an out-of-bounds call as it seemed as Bonilla's heel was just on the line. Bonilla looking back at her heel, wondering, was I really out of bounds? As Rollins will take over. 15-point game, 7 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Lucy Lean with the ball. Speaking of her, 1 for 6 on the day. And a very outlier game for her, as not only has she struggled to get open, but has struggled to make shots when open. As Asia Newsome tries to force a shot right there, no good. Nagy, 2 of 9 on the day.
Nagy right there just imposing her will on Tomas. Tomas had to jump to get the ball over.
And there will be a carry right there by Abney. Abney wanting to show her visual frustration, takes off her mask as she will head to the back of the bench. Pacing around, high-fiving her teammates, letting her know that with her frustration, she's played a great game so far. They're going to call it personal foul, as it seems on... It'll be an illegal screen on Fambro right there, trying to get Lucy Lean open. The play worked perfectly due to the heavy screen. Tampa will take over.
That right there, that could have been Prada's first three-pointer. Instead, foul, Tampa ball.
Looks like Bonilla and Tampa will be slowing the pace up exponentially as they're just trying to kill the clock. Clock is their friend.
And it just looks like they were not on the same page there whatsoever.
Poor
that
entry
pass went to no one.
Poor entry pass right there. She was looking for Ramsey on the cut. Not sure why Tomas would go and try and save the ball, as if it wasn't out on a tar. but lo and behold, she tried to save it, costing them actually a possession. Tampa pull-up shot for Sullivan, absolutely money. 3 for 5 today, all coming from the mid-range, as she seems automatic when shooting from there. Screen for Lean, the ball's in her hands. Back over to Tomas in the wing. Back over to Lean. Out to Westerfield, still with 0 on the day, looking to change that. She has not found her shot so far, as there's her first shot, three-pointer. Missing everything on there. Now 0 for 4, visible frustration from Westerfield. She knows if she gets that shot again, it's not gonna have the same outcome. As I mentioned, the pace by Tampa slowed down, trying to take as much shot clock off as possible. Only 6 minutes and 15 seconds remain. Into Nagy, about a 3-inch height difference. Bonilla, who doesn't have the height difference, just missing that layup under the rim. Rebound Rollins, they're out on the break. Prada with the ball. Dribbling around, waiting for some motion. Lean will go towards the paint, back out to the corner. Westerfield with the ball. 14 seconds remain on the shot clock. Quick crossover, drive, and she'll fall. There will be a foul on Bonilla right there. It'll send Westerfield, not sure to the line or if it's an on-the-ground foul.
Bonilla's been playing some great defense, as we've said multiple times today, but that right there, just pushing it a little bit too much. Luck pushing it a little bit too much.
Bonilla
drawing a
notching
foul.
Her 38th minute on. She is the third highest currently, as Nagy with 34, Sullivan with 31. On Rollins' side, Tomas playing 27, Westerfield 23, and Lean with 22. It'll be an on the ground foul for Rollins, as Prada will miss the jump shot off the right there. She was perfect from the field before that, notching her first miss. Bonilla right now dribbling. Guisti, first three. It's good. Her first shot of the game. Guisto with her first three-pointer, her first shot. It's absolutely money. Rollins now down 17 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of play.
That's just a testament to Tampa's depth right there.
Lean, her deep three, no good.
But that's just a testament to Tampa's depth right there. They can have Gusto come in and just nail it. It was a field goal, 2-pointer. Just nail it.
As Lucy Lean now will be 1 of 7, as she is visibly frustrated, arguing with Tomas on the bench. Not liking the play from today. Rollins came in super undisciplined, has not hitting their shots. Bad game plan so far between the players. As Nagy, beautiful block right there by Alfieri. Get that out of here, by Plevosi. And there's Sullivan again, the biggest body on the court, using her size to get that layup, as she is now 4 for 6 from the field with 8 points.
That's just once again another incredible example of Tampa's size. You have one person come in, get blocked, and the other person can come in and just finish it.
Rebound right there by Prada. Prada is not happy with that one, as it will be called a loose ball foul on Prada. Tampa will get the ball on their baseline, up 21 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Timeout, Rollins.
Again, just those personal fouls really hurting Rollins down the stretch. Currently 6-11 in Tampa's favor.
And with this timeout, we'll be back with a short break. Welcome back to Warden Arena, as with only 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, it's coming to a close. Tampa up 56, Rollins 35. Now, Quinn, with this game a 21-point favor, we came into this game thinking that maybe if Rollins gets off quick, maybe they start, they make their shots, they look to Lucy Lean to be their X factor, this game would be different. But toward the numbers, this is exactly what I was going to look for. What are the biggest factors that Rollins has caught themselves now with down 21?
I believe one of the biggest factors has been personal fouls off the bat. I mean, again, when you're fouling out 4 times more than another team and just consistently fouling out in bad positions, that is going to hurt you in the long run. Another thing, it's just Lucy Lean. She hasn't looked for herself this game. Coming off of a 24-point game, again, as we mentioned at the top, it's been struggling.
It's a very different look from St. Leo, as the difference in guard defense, that Tampa excels in guard defense. As you know, you have someone like Bonilla, you have someone like Ramsey, you have someone like Bambry that comes into this game and can shut down a star player such as Lucy Lean. Absolutely.
They're just imposing their will on Lucy Lean. What can you do with that size?
A pump fake 3, no good from Tampa, as Guisto tried her second three-point attempt of the game. Ball up to Prada. Over to Schwartz as she thinks about a 3, will pull it, misses. And again, now Rollins, that will make it 14 of 53 from the field. That is 25%. That is extremely inefficient, and you are not going to win anyone if it's against St. Leo or if it gets against Tampa, as there's a 3 for Tampa. Speaking of Guisto, she comes into this game just launching another 3.
Rollins hitting 50% from the field and 50% from field goal. Three-pointers. Tampa. You just can't compete when you're unable to put up points like that.
And there's the defense from Bonilla as she forces. That will not be a fast break.
And another thing that we have to mention is the fact that while Tampa may have the better percentages, Rollins has had more shots. 14 of 53 compared to Tampa, who's 23 of 46. Tampa's just capitalizing more on their opportunities that Rollins is giving up to them. It's just, you got to expect more consistency out of Rollins if they want to be able to contend against Tampa in this matchup.
Especially as well, Rollins, 9 offensive rebounds to Tampa's 4, which means they've had even more second chance opportunities as the starters Bonilla and Delano will come out of the game. Pump fake right there from Guisto. Into Battle, her first minute of the game, automatically gets on the board as there is visual happiness from everyone. The entire bench hyped up. Alfieri with her 3, it's good.
Tampa adding insult to injury, but Alfieri is not looking to go away as she's able to hit a 3 there.
Alfieri went for a high 5, but her teammate did not see her. Seems to be the message of this game. High 5, you're not getting one.
Just goes back to that communication. We've seen multiple instances where communication has not been on for that Rollins squad.
Prada will take a hard finish herself, and they're going to call a travel. Took one too many steps there. If you were James Harden, that would have been a foul. He would have gotten 15 free throws right there, and everything would have been great. But unlucky for Prada, she is not James Harden.
Just got a little bit aggressive offensively there, pushing into the Tampa defender.
And when you're down 23 points with 2 minutes remaining, you have the right to be aggressive. Just, you're not going out on a sorry note. It's beautiful passing right there for Tampa. Another pass into the inside for Battle. It's good. 2 minutes, 2 baskets for Battle as they notch this lead up to 25.
And how can you compete with that? Just the discombobulation on Rollins' end because of Tampa just constantly able to just impose their will, pass that ball around. That's why they're at the top of the Sunshine State Conference.
As with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining, Quinn, what is the future with those next 3 games looking like for Rollins? How are they going to finish out this? How are they going to finish out this season on a good note?
Well, Rollins is going to finish out on the road. Next week they have Fort Lauderdale. They're going to be in Fort Lauderdale against Nova Southeastern. Then they're going to finish out the season out in Boca Raton, out against Lynn.
I want to thank again Rollins student assistant Samaya Butler for her work that she's done for this Rollins team, as there is a 3 right there from Guisto.
Adding insult to injury, Tampa is right now. As you can see, that bench is hyped. They're coming away with a big win here.
Almost a 30-point victory, which seemed only going into the half a 15, 16-point game. And I want to thank Asia Newsom again, the senior, for all her contributions to this Rollins team over the last couple of years. She's been quite amazing to watch, and she will dearly be missed next season. Nia Plevosi had herself a phenomenal beginning to the second half. I want to thank her again. And Yoka Tosant didn't have herself the game that she wanted, but she had herself a career that she wanted as a Tar. She will end on a phenomenal note of now 51 games as a Tar. I want to thank all of our class of the 2020 season and the 2020 seniors, as Tampa, with another 3, will make this a 31-point game.
And that bench is just electric right now on Tampa's end. I mean, this is great for Tampa, as in the Sunshine State Conference, they're setting themselves apart.
Now notching themselves up to 23-5 on the year. Tampa will come away with a victory 69-38. And with the final scores, we have, I mean, honestly, the main thing that just sticks out like a sore thumb is the efficiency. Rollins got the more shots up, wasn't efficient. Turnovers, fouls, an undisciplined game for the Tars. But don't go anywhere. Following, we have a huge bout between the men's Tars against the men's Spartans. Both impacted heavily by this game, with the Tars having playoff implications in this game. A much-needed win for the men's Tars. That's coming up next on the Sunshine Conference Network. This has been Spencer Collins, joined by Quinn Schur, signing off. Good night, everybody.